Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Minecraft in the sky with mods and chickens. In the last episode we fixed up the center, so we have this target board looking thing. Got some storage going, which is very nice, and I low-key left my money in the crafting table. Nice one. Now, what did I set myself to last time? Water chicken, better pens, cobblestone chicken, more pens. More pens, better pens. Cobblestone chicken. Okay, cobblestone chicken is pretty tangible, easy to work towards, so we're going to start with that. Now, on the agenda is obviously that, but I also want to try and fix up this farm. On a completely unrelated note, how have you guys been doing? Good? Great? No idea, because it's a one-way conversation, and I love that. I love not being able to talk to people. Nah. I had an interesting day. Actually, that's not even true. I had a pretty mundane day. But you know, that's life. Some days are more interesting, some days less interesting, and this weekend's gonna be, you know, more interesting today. Today I had a meeting with my supervisor, and he was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, you know what? A little bit. He actually asked me about my football on the weekend, because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on about that, but I'll get to that when I get to that. And it's like, okay, so look, have the chemicals, the fancy chemicals you're working with arrive. And I'm like, yeah. They should be here. It's like, all right, perfect. Do you want to go pick them up? And I was like, all right, bet. So, oh, does that not work? I don't know if it does. I ended up saying, you know what? I can go to the lab where they were delivered today. And it was like, oh, how does that work? I was like, no, I got it. And he was like, all right, bet. Cool. So that was the first item on the agenda. The second was saying, okay, now we got the chemicals. What can we do? We can actually start testing. But before we even do any testing, you don't need to do your lit review, because you always need to do a lit review. And for those of you who don't know what a lit review is, it's short for literature review, right? Literature review. You get to review the literature. And put it simply, that just means like you look at the papers in your field of research, and you're kind of like, yeah, this is happening, this isn't happening, this is cool, I guess. What's new? What isn't new? What works? What has changed? All sorts of stuff in nice. In your field of research. And then you go and say, okay. Oh wait, what? That's an achievement. Time to burn. Oh, cool. You can say, okay. Well, looking at all this, what can I do? What is my novelty? And what novelty means essentially is like, what is it you're changing or adding? What value are you creating to the scientific community? Because that's, you know, the kind of the point of research. Like, what are you doing in your research? What can you do to improve the world? The world. That word's been cooked. But for me, it's gonna be like, well, yeah, I'm cooking up with this fancy material that no one's ever seen before, and we're gonna use it to perform better in terms of metrics, and that's a pretty straightforward goal, but you know, it's a pretty reasonable goal, I would say, right? Improve metrics. Improving metrics is always good, because it means things are going up, and whenever numbers go up, progress go up. I just had an idea. Windmills. Sails. Yes, we need wool and... Okay, so this is actually the way we're going to be getting stress, because clearly it's not working the other way. That's alright. We have the string. And now, I did say to you guys that I'd rather focus on conversations as opposed to Minecraft, but this is very, very important to the progress of Create. So in Create, you kind of... I have no copper, do I? In Create, you need rotation to do anything, right? And normally it's saying, oh, we're going to get rotation through water, right? This water chicken, but the water chicken is kind of cooking me, so we are going to circumvent that by going with a windmill, and a windmill will provide us with rotation the other way. The other option is a steam engine, but you know, steam requires water. I ain't got no water, so let's buy some andesite and be on the way of innovation. This is like my favorite part of the game, when you finally get into Create. Alright, now but back to what I was talking about. I've low-key forgotten, so good job me. How do I forget what I was talking about that quickly? It's quite literally a problem. because I'm like, oh, shiny thing, focus on the thing in front of me, and now I forget what I was originally conversing about. I hate that. I really do hate that. Like, I'm trying my hardest. Not really, I'm not trying my hardest because my mind is split. I'm trying a little bit to remember what I was saying, but I cannot for the life of me remember what I was saying. Well, that's c'est la vie. Sticks and stones. So, on a completely unrelated... Oh, no, right. How was the day? So, yeah, I mean, look, things are gonna happen, in terms of, okay, what am I trying to say? Sorry, let me fix up this point. Things are gonna happen in terms of, like, the science stuff, and I am doing science. Okay, my God, that is poorly phrased. I am making community contributions to the scientific community via my fancy bone paste. That's what I'm making. And I can't tell you guys more because that's like low-key breach of my NDA. Because I'm working with a company, and so the company's like, yeah, we're gonna let you work on this, but yo, it works. But you kind of have to not tell anyone about the specifics and all the details. And I mean, that makes sense because they're trying to protect the IP, but that's the whole separate issue, you know? So we kind of ball saying, yep, that's fine, that's agreeable. I can respect the fact that you want to, or rather you'd rather not have me blabber about everything and anything that I'm doing. So there's only so much I can say. Now, on that note, actually, where's the casing? I need a casing. I got no casing. On that note, I then had to go to said lab, right? And in the lab, it was very simple. It was a matter of going, yo, where's my postage, my package? And they're like, yeah, I know, I got your package. And I was like, wait, really? And they're like, yeah, bet. Because, like, what's it? The package that I ordered had my name. Okay, bro, I'm yippee-yapping out of my ass. I am yippee-yapping. Okay, no, but long story short, they had my package. All right. It was that easy. That's all I had to say. I need this wrench, man. That's what I need, a wrench. But I had my package. I picked it up. I did a bit of an unboxing in the lab, and genuinely, I don't know if I was meant to, but you know, we move, we ball, allow it. And so, oh, let's not block the edge in. With my new chemicals in hand, because that's what was in the box. It was specific chemicals, and these chemicals were basically there to. They're like paint thinners. I don't know if any of you have ever worked with paint thinners, but they kind of exist to make water wetter, if that makes sense. Make water wetter. Nah, but to be a little more detailed on what that means, it's called the dispersant, right? And essentially you add it to any liquid with like particles through it. So for example, paint is the most common application. And in the liquid when you add it, or I guess in the mixture when you add it, what happens is that, what the fridge? Okay, let's redo this. But yeah, what happens when you add that mixture is that the particles that are inside the liquid get spread out more and more evenly, which is great because you want your, I guess, experiment to be a lot more reliable than you just kind of going, oh, there was a clump of particles here, so it kind of just all like, you know, got stuck on itself, and then it gave really inconsistent results, and this isn't really scientifically verifiable, and the whole experiment is just kind of ass. Yeah, no, we don't want that. What we would rather have is us saying, okay, so we can verify that all the particles here are of an equal size, and that means that we can, I don't know, continue working or whatever it is. We can get stuff done, if that makes sense. Because in science, you need to have reliability. You need to be able to say, yeah, this is going to work exactly as I intended to. Oh, not exactly, but within a predictable manner. Because if it doesn't, well, then you've probably done something wrong. And that's not to say that you can't do new things, because that's like the whole point of, well, science as a whole. But it's more so to say that when you do something, it has to be replicable. Replicable? Am I saying the word wrong? Right, I don't know. It has to be repeatable. Repeatable, I think, is the word I'm looking for here. Because if it's repeatable, well, obviously you can repeat it. But if it's repeatable, then anyone can do it, and it's shown that it actually is something new. It's not just a freak accident that happened, and now you'll never be able to do it again. And that's my axe, bro. Bah. It's not a freak accident, and you can do it again, right? Because if it's an accident, well, no one really cares. Because, oh yeah, that's great. Now do it again. Oh, I can't. Why not? Because I got lucky. Well, yeah, alright. Some research that is, right? So, yeah. Coming back, I'm going on a big tangent here, but the point is dispersants are cool, and dispersants are going to help out in the formation of this putty. And the putty, oh, actually, no, I actually can't tell you guys that. But the putty, it's like a, how do we say? Like a jelly, almost? But imagine, okay, that's not what I meant to do. Imagine you break your bones, right? And you go, I really hate broken bones. And I don't know many people who like broken bones. But yeah, you go, ow, I broke my leg, and it's fractured really badly. What do I do? Well, you go to the doctor, and the doctor's going to say, we need to fix this, right? So everything's pretty, like, that's pretty easy to understand so far. But they're going to go, well, how do we fix this? Oh, well, we're going to have to open up your leg. Oh, well, no, not anymore. Like, usually, in the olden days, you'd be like, no, we're gonna cut open the leg. We're going to see what's wrong. And then they would open and see a bunch of splinters and shards and giant crack running through your leg and be like, yep, your leg's fully cooked. Nothing we can do, chop it off. But thankfully, we've come a little bit of a long way since then, and now we can at least say, yeah, your leg is cooked. We can fix it. So, if you're familiar with a broken arm, then chuck it in a splint or like a moon boot if it's your leg, and then you heal up. Because for the most part, your body is really good at like healing and dealing with these sort of injuries. But it also low-key sucks sometimes, because when you have a big fracture, right, in your leg, it kinda doesn't put itself back together properly. And there's plenty of cases, not just in bones, but like in other stuff where the body tries to put itself back together, but it just can't. And so you end up with an improper healing, for example. Right? And we obviously don't want that. You'd rather have the body heal up properly and fully. But when you have a break that big, it really struggles to do so, right? So the solution is to introduce something into the system that allows the body to heal properly, or heal better, if that makes sense. And that's where I come in. That's where I'm like, I'm gonna make that thing. I'm gonna make that that putty, or that do I not have a stone chicken? Gray. Where's my stone chickens, bro? Light gray. Bro! Okay, whatever, man. You're getting kidnapped. Brother, what are we doing? Bro. Stupid. Okay, I have to jump in, and now I have to jump. How do I get out of here? I did not think this through. There we go. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, so that's the ultimate goal of my research. The ultimate goal of my research is make a putty that helps people with fractured bones heal a lot better than existing ones would. Right? Nice and simple, except it's not simple at all, because you then have to understand, well, how do bones work, what actually needs to change, what can we do, yada, 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 yada. How does it work? How does it work, the fundamental question? And that, my friends, takes us to what I've been doing for the past couple months, which is a literature review, right? We're coming full circle here. A literature review, essentially, it's like, well, I mean, it's in the name, you review the literature. But more specifically, it's me just reading a bunch of scientific papers and be like, wow, here is a paper that tells me about stone chicken egg. Here's a paper that tells me about, I don't know, what was one that I read today? Hydrogels in in bone putties. Because traditionally bone putties have not used hydrogels. They use... What do they use? They use a lot of different carriers, like synthetic and not... Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But for example, nothing at the moment, nothing. No, for example, one of the carriers is why is this not working? Hello? Do I need to change out the base? Probably do. But yeah, so for example, nothing. No! That's not what I meant to do. It's not what I meant to do. But for example, I keep starting to forget already what I was talking about. God damn, it cannot be this hard. Okay, I really suck at multitasking. Oh yes, so for example, the bone jelly that I was talking about has two, hydrogels. Oh god, I really suck at this multitasking thing. There we go, okay, it's pressing and boom! Stone to cobblestone, very nice. Very, very wonderful. We're gonna put the cobblestone with the stone. I mean, it just kind of makes sense. The resource chickens. This is not the right mental space. Regardless, we're gonna make resources now. This is good. This is good. We've got the cobblestone chicken. Oh, it'd be so easy to just talk about what's in front of me. But this is practice. This is practice to multitask. Practice is only good consistently. But at the same time, I'm going on a different tangent here. This channel kind of exists, or I'm gonna make it so that I'm not really using this channel to entertainment, so to speak, but more so as a log of just like stuff that I'm doing. You know, I'd be playing Minecraft as a kind of stress relief because, bro, life be tough, bro. Nah, I'm kidding. Life is pretty good. Well, no, life can be both. Life can be both tough and pretty good. And it's not to say that it isn't hard, and it's also not to say that it's not easy. It's just somewhere in between. Life is a gradient of difficulty that we live through. Hay bales. Okay, I think that will be my next goal. Oh my god, I just need this water. Okay. Where are my coins, man? Life is a lot of things. And in life, we have one joy, and that is called gambling. So let's see if I'm going to get lucky here. Oh my god. I hate this game so much. I hate it. Where is the oak sapling? It's meant to be a 1 in 8 chance, but I haven't hit it because I never hit the jackpot. Whatever, man. Whatever. We can just keep expanding. Keep expanding till forever, because that's how long it's gonna take for me to get this stupid chicken. Okay, where did this hoe come from? I don't know how I got 2 hoes, but it's a bit unfortunate. Oh, I guess it is fortunate. Sorry, not unfortunate. Life could never be like that, though. I ain't got no hoe. Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Okay, cool. What do I do next? I generally have no clue. Because everything I have is gated towards... Oh, you know what? Let's make a mob farm. I think a mob farm would be good. I really want this water chicken, man. Cactus, chicken, spawn egg, couple of apples, and some cactus here. Water chicken. Lapis, in the lapis lazuli dimension. What is these dimensions they're talking about? I don't know, man. I don't know what these dimensions are. Dripstone. Okay, we're gonna expand the dirt area to have more dirt. And then we're also gonna build a mob grinder. So mob grinder, I want out of... Do I want cherry wood? Do I want birch wood? No, we're going with cherry wood. I like cherry wood. Boom, 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 boom. I did not mean to... Oh my god, I'm actually stupid, bro. What am I doing, man? Alright, well, now I have pressure plates. Wonderful. Absolutely sublime. Anyways, I tend to find myself saying the phrase anyways or okay or like joining words in quite excessive amounts. I don't know why. Is it just like a default word? Do you guys have that? Like default words, or rather words that you just default to when speaking? It's kind of strange, but I suppose that it's... I don't know. it's just a comfortable word that you end up having to fall back upon, right? Like words that your brain doesn't have to think about, it can just kind of say, if that makes sense. Words that just kind of work. You know? You know. Okay, mob grinder. I don't want mobs spawning. But low-key, maybe, do I want mobs spawning here? I do. I do. I also want stone. I'll grab some stone. 8. Wand. I need to make wand. Harry Potter. You are. Can you imagine me Harry Potter the Chosen? I already had one. Great one, mate. But can you imagine being the Chosen One? The Chosen One's an interesting concept, right? The concept that you are special out of all others. What it would mean to be the Chosen One. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I remember this correctly. It's 22 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So here, we are going to put a gap here. And this is just going to be the platform of doom and despair. And we'll make it, I don't know, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, do I really want a ton of mobs just like crawling around and spawning? Not really. We kind of want a mob grinder, right? Mob grinder. Which means that we need like a kind of tower. No, but I can't make a mob grinder without water. Well, this will have to do for now. 2, 3. Wait, no. 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well, let's just see how that works. Hopefully we get something interesting going on there. So it's dark now. It's also dark and stormy night. In the meantime, we can also expand this depth. But yeah, no, the concept of the Chosen One is interesting because, yeah, it makes sense. Oh, there's this great prophecy that says you must, I don't know, kidnap the president of Venezuela. No, I'm kidding. I don't know where that came from. But like, the whole concept of you have been chosen. Right, then raises further questions. What if I don't want to be chosen? Who chose me? Why do I have to do this? I don't want to do this. And it's that exploration of refusal of the call, that whole, I guess, set of tropes is a very interesting trope that I love. I love exploration of it in literary stuff. Like, right now I'm reading Dune, and Dune is great because you have the Mahdi, the Jihad. I mean, the author, what's his name? Frank Herbert. He wrote it after, I think it was a visit to like a lot of Middle Eastern countries. So a lot of the concepts there explored that Middle Eastern culture of the desert and whatnot, right? And like, I mean, like the whole, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie or even read the books. It'd be cool if you read the books, but you know, I don't blame you if you just wanted to watch the movies. It's that exploration of the Fremen culture, a set of people who have values vastly different from that of the Empire. Does that sound familiar? Of course it sounds familiar. It's the classic West versus the rest type exploration. Well, I mean, it makes sense to go into the exploration because the West has traditionally been the beacon of liberty, as they would say. But I mean, I say they, bro. I am said part of said West. The Australian people, even though we are very far eastwards, are part of the Western alliances like NATO and I don't know. What are some other Western alliances? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with global politics or geopolitics. Geopolitics it's got to be fun though, right? Like, can you imagine running a country? Donny T can, but I don't know what it takes to run a country nowadays. Because I used to think, oh, you need to have some level of candor and some level of eloquence and some level of competency and some level of moral direction. Evidently not, as seen by the big Donny T. Look, I'm sorry, but he is just I can't be saying that, or I'll also call the big Yahoo on me. But Donny T, oh my days, what an interesting movie. What interesting times we live in, right? Isn't it weird that we live in a time where traditionally leaders have been thought to be, originally at least I would think so, are thought to be the best of us, right? who deserves to lead the most competent, or the one who'll make life better for everyone, right? Now it's like politics is so far gone that it's well, corruption is the word that comes to mind, but it's just not. It's not what it used to be, and it's hard to say what it used to be because, bro, I wasn't there when Pharaoh Atem was like, yeah, bro, I am him. I am the God King. I am chosen by Ra. Like, you do you, bro. I guess if you think you're chosen by Ra, you're chosen by Ra. But I don't think you're chosen by Ra. I think Ra doesn't exist, and you're using it as a means to justify your power. Yeah, what can I do with this? Okay, emeralds. Okay, so rotten flesh is pretty useless. Nice to know. I don't really want to sleep though, because I want mobs to be spawning. So we're just gonna let the mobs spawn. Oh, you know what I could do actually? I need to make more money. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make better chickens. We're gonna have cocoa farm, because I think that'll solve our money problems. Because right now we are in a global financial crisis, and that crisis is that I'm broke. I don't like being broke, man. I don't like it. So we're going to have a farm. Let's go over this way. Like I'll continue it here. So we're gonna have logs. Let's break the. Oh, that's another one. Another one bites the dust. And another one goes, and another one goes. Another one bites the dust. I don't even have jungle trees for. Bro, this game is so ass, man. This game is actually terrible. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Do I have more seeds? I don't have more seeds. Where are my seeds? Seeds! I do have seeds. 4 seeds. Oh, look at these chickens. They're excited. Cobblestone and... Stone? Where's my stone chicken? I don't know. Somewhere in there. Cobblestone. There we go. So we got enough. I should just have... you know what? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to say I should just have crafting tables like laying about. Because that's always helpful. We'll have them regular as well. I don't want this to be the special one. What's the special one called? Not Jose Mourinho. A special crafting table. They're called like crafting stations, because yeah, like when you leave your stuff in the watch. If I leave in a crafting table, it comes back to my inventory. But if I leave in the crafting station, it does not. It does not come back to my inventory. But yeah, I need farms, bro. I mean, honestly, I can make a cactus farm. A cactus trades for silvers, which is kind of terrible, whereas cocoa trades for iron, and that is significantly better. So we are going to become cocoa farmers. What's the most efficient way to farm cocoa? I don't know. I mean, okay, let's test something. So let's say I have this sitting here, right? And then I put this down, this jungle log. Can I still put cocoa beans on all 4 sides? I can. I can. So I think the best one might be 2x2 columns of cocoa beans. That's just what it would seem. Because I would want... So I want all my machines over going this way. Machines and resource. Well, all resource production is going to be on this side, right? Resource production. That's going to be farms. Ooh, creeper. Oh, man. Let's say, I don't know. You know, it doesn't need to be so organized. We can just have this. Like, we already had this, right? But you have to understand that when I place this down, it kind of blocks off the blocks. This reminds me of chess. You know when you're playing chess and you have to figure out where everything can move? Yeah, it's like the same vibe. Low-key. Like low-key. Not high-key, low-key. Because if you want to figure out like where everything goes, you kind of need to plan it in advance. So here I am not planning things in advance because I low-key cannot be asked. And we're going to see if that comes back to bite me. But it also reminds me of chess because this I'm assuming is going to have a very similar placement pattern to sugarcane, in that it cannot be placed next to itself, and so that when it comes to making an optimal pattern, it's not what you would think of just putting things adjacently to each other. No, it actually becomes something more like a zigzag pattern, because I would love to put it here, but I can't, because then a beam won't go. But I can put it here instead, right? And then the next one I can put like here, and then the next one I can put like, where's the horse pattern? Horse pattern here. Where's the knight move, right? 2x2 blocks, because I need that space for the jungle. The jungle. But I see I've messed up already, because this is not meant to go here. It is meant to go here, but no, it can't go next to itself. So what have I done? This one's not meant to go here, I don't think. Because it's not a knight move, it's meant to be similar. So this one would be here, that is correct. And then And this one, Loki, would go there, and then here, right? I think. Am I tripping, or is that correct? Well, we also want one there, and that's gonna be. This is the jungle of cocoa, the chocolate factory. Call me Charlie, the way I got my chocolate factory. Oi, what a bar, bro. What a bar. Okay, this is low-key dangerous. That's okay. What's life without a little danger? But this should, like, expedite the rate at which we get cocoa and consequently the rate at which we get money. I think I want to invest in cocoa coin. Chocolate. Like, look at this. It's already growing. It's already growing. And we can put the torches above so we don't have to worry about lighting. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, cool. I think I'm going to call it there. Next time we're going to have chocolate factory. And hopefully I can multitask as I speak. Bruh, I don't even know. Whatever. We'll see what we see. Adios. See you all in the next one.